All right, another clap offering, brothers and sisters in the Lord. It's a wonderful, and it's actually a pleasant surprise. It's the people of God here at CCIF really did a good job in concealing this from us. It's not on the program, but it is a pleasant surprise. Thank you so much for all your efforts. Thank you for your also serving the Lord alongside with us. It is such an honor to be given the job of pastor. And in this church, we have two types of pastors. A bivocational pastor who is a member, but who has been a long-time member of this church, who has been one of the pioneering members of the church. And I would call myself blessed to be considered a co-worker in the Lord alongside Pastor Bob Barfield. And he has been a constant source of encouragement for me and my family. He is one of the people that you would see in the church who would not be, you know, he does so much for the church and he doesn't even utter any form of complaint. And you know, this serves such as a good inspiration and also a good example for us younger pastors. But of course, in the church, there should also be a full-time pastor, one who is called into the full-time service, of which you know, I am called. And so for those who do not know me yet, I see a lot of new faces, well, some new faces. My name is Melvin, and I was called to be a full-time pastor of this church. And it's actually a calling with a lot of challenges. It is a calling that requires not just basic qualifications for the pastorate, but also it requires a lot of spiritual discipline and also, you know, hours and days of preparation for this day, for Sunday. And although I'm sure Pastor Bob would share my sentiment that we are truly flattered and we are truly blessed to see the members of the church appreciate the pastors, but I know that I speak for the whole ministerial team and also those who have been teaching the Bible in other ministries and other churches. I know that they share this sentiment with me that the greatest affirmation and encouragement that one can give to a pastor is the evidence of a changed life, the evidence of the word sinking in one person's life. It is the evidence that they are loving Jesus more every day. And it is not anything else. As the prayer of Tito Vic revealed, pastors are not perfect. Pastors are human beings. Pastors have, if you have challenges in your life, they share the same challenges as well. You find difficulties in your life, they also have difficulties in your life. You have dysfunctional relationships, they also have these dysfunctional relationships. However, what sets us apart in terms of calling is simply the gifting that God gives us. You are given different gifts. We are given different gifts. And we do have different functions in the church. And we believe that all of us can fully be considered as true servants of the Lord if we act on those gifts. So, like in the world, we all cannot be doctors. Imagine if the world consists of all doctors. No one would need a doctor. Imagine if everyone was an engineer or an architect. we would not need each other anymore. But the Lord purposefully made us different and diverse. Different callings, different gifts, different functions, different sizes, different images. But we are all to come together to work as a body of Christ. And so this is the introduction to what I have to say, but allow me to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is a wonderful surprise. Usually pastors in different parts of the world or even parts of America would say, well, another Pastor's Appreciation Month has passed. And having said that, somehow there is a sad feeling. But I can say, and I would be able to say to my peers and also to the rest of the world through my social media, that my church has expressed their appreciation for the worker that God has called in His ministry here at Christ-Centered International Fellowship. But we should make no mistake that we are here for the purpose of being Christ-centered. So we appreciate the gifts that you have given us, the letters, the cards, or even the monetary support. But the greatest affirmation that one can give is to show one's appreciation of the Word even more in a life that is fully dedicated to Christ. So we celebrate people who accept Christ into their lives. We celebrate old members who would say that they still learn a lot of things in the Bible. And we celebrate all types of people who would say that I am drawing closer to the Lord God because of the ministry that we have. That is the greatest encouragement that we have. Because sometimes, and I share this with the rest of, with the other pastors out there, majority of pastors right now, we would look at the Lifeway statistics. They would actually say that every day they contemplate on quitting. And I am not an exception to that, to the statistic. There are times that we wonder, do people listen? Do people actually, are people actually challenged by the word that we give? Or are they affected by the effort that we provide or by the service that we provide? But I would dare say that in everything, in good or bad, in suffering or in moments wherein we are strong, we would say that Christ is enough. Christ is enough. And I certainly hope that it would be the same situation for you. And so right now,